All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is for the wrestling fans out here today. We're going to be reviewing WWE's Unreal on Netflix. It's a documentary about the behind the scenes of WWE, the the magic behind the matches, the storytelling, all that great stuff for all those marks out there like myself, and for people who might not know anything about wrestling but be curious about it. Uh, I feel like I need to give my qualifications. Uh, I am a wrestling fan, ladies and gentlemen. I love wrestling. I watch WWE. I watch AEW. I watch New Japan Pro Wrestling. I watch TNA. I watch Stardom. I watch GCW. So the qualification, when I say I'm a wrestling fan, I'm a wrestling fan, ladies and gentlemen. And I imagine like all the stuff I named. I imagine most of y'all watching this only probably knew like two of those, if that. I would be very surprised. So when I give my opinion about this, know that this is a high quality opinion about this show. And let me just say, this show is great. I love this show. I really, really love this show. Um, Let me just go into it. So basically, the show's like 5 episodes. Each episode's an hour long, and it just gives you a peek behind the curtain. It follows certain wrestlers like Cody Rhodes, Rhea Ripley, CM Punk, Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair. It follows these wrestlers, tells their story, tells some of the ups and the downs of the business, what goes into the business, how they get their characters over, how they present themselves, what they do, and so on and so forth. You'll just find a whole bunch of just interesting facts about your favorite wrestlers. Or you might find out facts about people who may become your favorite wrestlers. Like, for example, they follow Bianca Belair, and you find out she makes all her wrestling gear, which is insane. And this is a main event star, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't someone who comes out once a week or once every 2 weeks, something like that. Like, this is a person who is probably on the show on a show at least twice a week, and they have like 3 different shows per week. They have Monday Night Raw, Tuesday Night NXT, and Friday Night SmackDown. On top of the pay-per-views they have every month. So she makes gear for each and every one of those shows. And according to her, she never wears the same gear twice. So yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy work, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, they just go into details about all these different wrestlers and some of the stuff you might not know about them. It also has Triple H, or as his legal name, Paul Levesque. For the fans out there, we know him as Triple H. Shows him being the creative writer with a creative team, and him and them getting together and putting storylines together and greenlighting who wins this match, who loses that match, and so on and so forth. How long it takes to put all this together, moving stuff, storylines. John Cena's in this. It's just crazy. It's just so much work. And like me, I already knew all this. I'm a wrestling fan, so for me, I already knew about a lot of this. But for the normies out there, the casuals, as we say in the biz, um, they a lot of y'all haven't known about this, so this would be a good, if you want to know about this. This would be a good peek behind the curtain, and I think also it will help bring some much needed appreciation to the wrestling world in general, not just WWE, but wrestling in general, because there's a lot that goes into wrestling that people don't understand, and this will help you understand. There's so much, not just from the moves, from the writing, from the just everything. It just and how seriously people take this stuff. Like, to give you an example, Charlotte Flair's in here, and they go into her story, and she's the daughter of Ric Flair, and you can tell she's a bit of a bitch, but it's understandable because she clearly holds herself to a higher tier than other people. She's Ric Flair's daughter. Ric Flair is considered one of the greatest pro wrestlers to ever live. He's elite. He's at least on most people Mount Rushmore of wrestlers. So you can tell she's like, I have a responsibility. I was made to be just as good, if not better, than my father. And it weighs on her. And you can tell it weighs on her. And just by the way she talks. And it's something that made me really, I already respect her, but I respect her even more. And in a way, also kind of feel bad for her, to be honest, because it's just the pressure of having that legacy, like a lot of us like will never have to have that sort of pressure. So like, it's kind of a gift and a curse in a way. But yeah, it's really, really good. I will say this for the hardcore wrestling fans like myself, some of them, I'm a little more understanding of these things. I know some of the wrestling fans are upset. It's exposing the business. But it's been exposed. Come on, guys. Like, everybody knows now. Like, it's one of those things, like, I agree. I'm a big fan of kayfabe. I think that should still be a thing. I'm a fan of, working people, using the marking on people. But, like, we're in a society with the internet and everything. Like, everybody knows. Everybody's kind of in on the secret. And this is just them being a little more like, all right, well, here you go. Like, if you want to see, here you go see. Well, it's basically a lot of them just saying, hey, might as well get paid for it. Like, we're going to show you, let's show you ourselves and get paid for it. So, I'm all for that. But I highly recommend you watch this. If you are a wrestling fan, actually, if you're a fan of seeing how things are created and seeing how people work together to create art and ballet and dance and fight and stories, you should watch this. This is not just for the wrestling fans. This is for everybody in my perspective. I think anybody can watch this and take something positive out of it. So please go watch this on Netflix. It's only 5 episodes. They're each an hour long. It's like no time. Even my wife's not even a hard wrestling fan. And like she started watching this, episode 1 got hooked and we finished it together. She was just like, you can't watch it without me. So I'm telling you, check this out. You will really enjoy it. And also, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow me, all that great stuff. Check me out on Twitch. I'm streaming Metal Gear Solid 1. I'm doing the whole collection in preparation for Metal Gear Solid Delta at the end of the month, August 28th. Be good to yourselves and each other. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.